What does it take to become a master in your field? Someone like Leonardo da Vinci, Mozart, or even a modern legend like Serena Williams? Is it raw talent, luck, or something else entirely? Let's dive deep into Mastery by Robert Greene, a book that reveals the secrets to achieving greatness in anything you do. This few-minute summary is packed with insights from history's greatest minds, so grab a pen and let's unlock the path to mastery together. Published in 2012, Mastery by Robert Greene is a deep dive into how anyone can achieve extraordinary success through dedication, strategy, and self-awareness. Greene, known for books like The 48 Laws of Power, draws on the lives of historical figures like Albert Einstein, contemporary icons like tech entrepreneur Paul Graham, and timeless principles of human psychology. His core idea? Mastery isn't about inborn genius. It's a process anyone can follow with the right mindset and effort. Greene breaks this process into 3 phases: apprenticeship, creative active, and mastery. Let's explore each phase and how you can apply them to your own life. The apprenticeship phase. The first phase Greene calls the apprenticeship. This is where you lay the foundation for mastery by learning the rules of your craft inside and out. Greene emphasizes that mastery starts with humility. Even geniuses like Mozart spent years learning from others before they shone. In this phase, your job is to soak up knowledge like a sponge and build a rock-solid skill set. Greene outlines 3 key steps here. First, find your calling. He believes everyone has a unique inclination, what he calls your life's task. Think back to what fascinated you as a kid. Were you obsessed with drawing, solving puzzles, or telling stories? For example, Greene tells the story of Leonardo da Vinci, who was drawn to art and science from a young age. Reconnect with that spark to guide your path. Second, seek mentors. Find experts in your field to learn from, whether through direct mentorship or studying their work. Greene shares how inventor Thomas Edison apprenticed under skilled engineers, absorbing their expertise before innovating. If you can't find a mentor, books, courses, or even YouTube tutorials can serve as virtual guides. And third, embrace deliberate practice. This means focusing on your weaknesses, not just what you're good at. Greene cites violinist Joshua Heifetz, who practiced scales for hours to perfect his technique. It's not glamorous, but it's essential. In this phase, Greene warns against chasing quick success. Mastery requires patience and discipline. Try this. Reflect on what you loved doing as a kid. Was it a clue to your life's task? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. The creative active phase. Once you've mastered the basics, you enter the creative active phase. This is where you start to break the rules and innovate. Greene says mastery isn't just about following what's been done, it's about adding your unique voice to your craft. Think of it like a chef who learns classic recipes, then invents their own dishes. One key here is creative confidence. Greene uses the example of Albert Einstein, who after years studying physics, dared to challenge established theories with his theory of relativity. To build this confidence, experiment constantly. Test new ideas, take risks, and don't fear failure. Greene calls failure a feature, not a bug. It's how you learn what works. Another tool is divergent thinking. Masters combine ideas from different fields. For example, Steve Jobs blended calligraphy with technology to create Apple's iconic design aesthetic. Greene suggests studying adjacent fields to spark creativity. If you're a writer, learn about psychology or design to bring fresh perspectives. Finally, stay resilient. The creative active phase can be tough. People might criticize your bold ideas. Greene tells the story of author Zora Neale Hurston, who faced rejection but kept writing, eventually becoming a literary legend. Push through doubt and keep experimenting. Here's a challenge.
This week, try one small experiment in your work or hobby. Maybe mix two skills you know. Share what you discover in the comments. The mastery phase. The final phase is mastery itself. This is where your skills, experience, and creativity fuse into something extraordinary. Greene describes mastery as a state of effortless flow, where you intuitively understand your craft at a deep level. Think of basketball legend Michael Jordan sinking game-winning shots under pressure. It's not just skill, it's instinct honed over years. Greene says masters achieve this through intuition, built from thousands of hours of practice. For example, chess grandmaster Bobby Fischer could anticipate moves because he'd studied countless games. This intuition lets masters see patterns others miss. Another hallmark is originality. Masters don't just follow trends, they set them. Greene points to Marie Curie, whose groundbreaking research on radioactivity reshaped science. To reach this level, Greene advises staying curious and never stopping learning, even after success. Mastery requires surrendering to the process. It's not about ego or fame, it's about losing yourself in the work. Greene shares how Zen masters achieve this by focusing on the present moment. Mastery is a lifelong journey, not a destination. Imagine reaching that flow state in your craft. What's one skill you're working towards mastering? Let me know in the comments. Practical applications and critiques. So, why does mastery matter? Greene's framework, apprenticeship, creative active, mastery, shows that greatness isn't reserved for a lucky few. It's a path anyone can follow with discipline and strategy. Whether you're an artist, entrepreneur, or student, these principles help you unlock your potential. For example, a software developer might apprentice by learning to code, get creative active by building unique apps, and reach mastery by creating software that changes an industry. Greene's historical stories, like those of Charles Darwin or Martha Graham, make the process feel timeless yet practical. That said, critics note the book can feel dense with its historical examples, and some argue Greene overemphasizes individual effort while downplaying luck or systemic barriers. Still, even if mastery takes decades, the book's tools like deliberate practice or seeking mentors can improve your skills right now. Practical takeaways and action steps. Before we wrap up, here are 3 actionable steps to start your journey to mastery. Find your calling. Reflect on what excites you. Write down one skill or field you're drawn to and research one way to start learning it. Practice deliberately. Identify a weakness in your craft and dedicate 30 minutes a day to improving it for a week. Seek a mentor. Reach out to someone in your field for advice or study their work through books or online content. These steps are your first move towards mastery. Start small, but start today. That's Mastery by Robert Greene in few minutes. Have you read the book or are you inspired to chase mastery in your own field? Drop a comment with your biggest takeaway or the skill you're working on. If you love this summary, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more book summaries every week. Want to dive deeper? Grab Mastery with the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and let's start our journey to greatness today. See you in the next video.